From Nevada Public Radio, this is the Daily Rundown. I'm Natalie Ott. Here are your top local stories for May 5th, 2026. With wildfires already burning and drought persisting across much of the country, fire experts are bracing for what could be an extreme fire season. The U.S. Forest Service significantly reduced its vegetation management work in 2025, treating nearly 1.5 million fewer acres than in 2024, according to an analysis by NPR and firefighting experts. Prescribed burns, the low-grade fires intentionally set to clear dense underbrush, saw the steepest decline, falling to roughly 900,000 acres, about half of what was burned in both 2024 and 2023. The agency lost 16% of its workforce as of last summer, with 5,860 personnel leaving in the first 6 months of 2025 as part of the Trump administration's efforts to reduce the size of government. Senate Democrats raised concerns that such cuts have hampered the agency's ability to prepare for wildfires. The Forest Service said the decline was mostly due to staff being occupied with firefighting in unfavorable conditions for prescribed burns in the southeast. Matthew Hurto, a forest ecologist at the University of New Mexico, experienced the consequences firsthand. Last August, the Garnet Fire burned through the Tea Kettle Experimental Forest in California's Sierra Nevada, destroying old growth trees that Hurto and colleagues had been working to protect with a planned prescribed burn since 2020. Bobby Scopa, vice president of Grassroots Wildland Firefighters, said cuts to support staff have also hampered prevention work. She says reducing flammable fuels gives wildland firefighters a better chance at fighting forest fires in increasingly challenging conditions. Experts warn the reduction in prescribed burns could set the stage for even more destructive fire seasons ahead. A new report from the American Lung Association finds about half of U.S. children live in areas with unhealthy air quality, and several Mountain West cities rank among the most polluted in the country. The group's annual State of the Air report tracks ozone pollution, commonly known as smog, and fine particle pollution from sources like wildfire smoke, vehicle exhaust, and industrial emissions. Phoenix ranks 4th nationally for ozone pollution, Denver 8th, Las Vegas 11th, and Salt Lake City 13th. Fort Collins is 18th, Albuquerque is 19th, and Boise on 24th also appear on the list. Melissa Ramos, senior manager for clean air advocacy with the American Lung Association, said extreme heat is driving pollution across the region. Geography compounds the problem as many cities sit in valleys or basins where polluted air becomes trapped. Wildfire smoke adds another layer as fire burns longer and more intensely in a hotter, drier climate. In northern Nevada, the Reno area showed improvements this year, dropping out of the top 25 for fine particle pollution. However, Ramos cautioned the gains could be short-lived without further action. Nationwide, more than 4 in 10 people live in areas with at least one failing air quality grade. U.S. Senators Catherine Cortez Masto and Jackie Rosen, both Nevada Democrats, are asking the U.S. International Trade Commission to not impose large tariffs on quartz imports. In a letter to the commission, they write that both domestic and imported quartz are used in household items like countertops. According to the senators, the price of a quartz countertop could rise by up to $1,000 per kitchen. They also say the domestic quartz fabricator industry includes more than 10,000 mostly small American businesses, which employ about 100,000 workers. More than 1,000 of them submitted declarations to the ITC, saying trade restrictions risk hurting, rather than protecting, the profitability and employment of the industry. It could cost more soon to take a ride on public transportation. The Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada, or RTC, is proposing changes to its transit fares. The RTC says it's considering fare increases and pass eliminations for both paratransit and transit riders. The agency cites rising operating costs and increased demand as reasons for the proposal. Through June 23rd, the public can provide input and feedback on the proposal via a survey on the RTC website. Once the comment period closes, the RTC board will consider adjustments in late summer. The City of Henderson says construction on the 215 widening project is progressing. Crews will begin work on the Green Valley Parkway interchange by mid to late summer. The project will widen the freeway by 2 lanes in each direction between Pecos Road and Stephanie Street. Once complete, the updates will convert the 215 from 3 lanes and an auxiliary lane to 5 lanes and an auxiliary lane in each direction. Another major enhancement will be crews' conversion of the Green Valley Parkway Bridge over I-215 in a diverging diamond interchange. Officials told the Las Vegas Review-Journal the improvements will create safer environments for both motorists and pedestrians. Crews will also construct a pedestrian bridge over Green Valley Parkway at Village Walk Drive, connecting the 2 sides of the district's outdoor shopping center. Work on retaining walls along the interstate will affect the 215 trail for another 6 months. Officials expect the project to wrap up in mid-2028. Country star Dolly Parton is canceling her September run of Las Vegas dates at the Coliseum. The 80-year-old singer-songwriter announced the cancellation on her Instagram and Facebook accounts yesterday. She says she's feeling well and still working, but is still dealing with health issues, and the medication she's on could compromise her ability to perform. Parton was originally scheduled to perform the 6 shows last December, but moved those dates to September due to health struggles. Tickets are automatically being refunded to buyers soon, according to Ticketmaster. Ivan Barbashev scored off a pass from Pavel Dorofeyev with 4 minutes and 58 seconds remaining to put the Golden Knights ahead for good as Vegas defeated the Anaheim Ducks 3-1 on Monday night in the opener of their second-round series. Game 2 is Wednesday night in Las Vegas. Ducks coach Joel Quenneville said icing should have been called before Barbashev's goal. Brett Howden scored his 5th goal in 4 games, while Mitch Marner assisted on Howden's goal and added a 162-foot empty net goal. Carter Hart made 33 saves for Vegas. Mikhail Granlund scored for Anaheim, and Lucas Dostal recorded 19 saves. This has been the Daily Rundown, a production of Nevada Public Radio. To hear more or to support public radio in Southern Nevada, visit knpr.org.